How you doing? This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. And today I want to talk about the great bank robbery. It's not the robbery where the robbers rob the bank. It's the robbery where the bank robs the customers. And we have the case of Wells Fargo Bank ripping off thousands of customers. They were fined by the Comptroller of the Currency in the City and County of Los Angeles and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau of $185 million. What they were doing was churning bank accounts, creating false bank accounts, creating credit cards without the customer's permission. And I'm one of those customers because I have an account at Wells Fargo Bank. An employee opened up an account in my name and didn't tell me about it. And it wound up my being overdrawn to the tune of as much as $200 a month. And that's what started my financial slide last year. And they fired 5,300 workers for doing this. But as usual at the big banks, the big boys, and in this case the big girls, get rewarded for something that would send the average person to jail for the rest of their life. An executive, Carrie Tolstedt, the head of Wells' Community Banking Division, announced her retirement in July at age 56. She was going to retire at the end of the year, and she was in charge of this department that did this. 2 million unauthorized customer accounts, and they're giving her a golden parachute worth $124 million. So the bank gets fined $185 million, and they reward this woman for ripping off the customers. And John Stumpf, the chairman of Wells Fargo, said, "We are taking steps to reimburse all the customers for any losses they have suffered over this." Well, that third account caused the third account and the second account to be overdrawn. And I could never catch up. I'd pay the NSF fees, and the next month there'd be even more NSF fees. So I closed the third account and closed the second account in February. Said I've had enough. And when I complained to the bank, nothing got done. Well, these news stories came out in the last couple days, and today I decided to call the executive offices of Wells Fargo. I've had an account at the bank for at least 5 years because Bank of America here closed. And other banks in downtown Martinez have already closed too, including Citibank, Community Bank, and Union Bank. So there's only 2 banks left downtown. I don't want to go 7 to 10 miles to do my banking. So I call them up today and I tell them that I got an email from Mr. Stumpf himself, from his office anyway, saying we have reimbursed everybody for any losses they have received. Well, they haven't reimbursed me. I haven't seen a dime. And he goes, "Did you get a letter from the bank?" "Nope." So he says, "We're going to put you on the, I don't remember the exact words, oversight list, and you'll be contacted in 7 to 10 days. They have to review my accounts." But I figure with all the NSF fees, they ripped me off for at least $1,000. And according to one news story, the average account fees that they ripped off, or they're refunding actually, is about $25 per customer. Well, I haven't seen $25 either. So if you have an account at Wells Fargo, you better check to see if they didn't open up an account in your name without telling you and ripped you off. Because you got to watch the big boys. They'll come in with their stagecoach and they'll hold you up like Wells Fargo got held up a couple of years ago when thieves broke into their museum and stole the gold nuggets. And those thieves still haven't been caught, and those nuggets worth millions. So they reward the big girl for ripping off customers to the tune of $185 million, or maybe even more. Who knows how much they stole. One problem at Wells Fargo is they had sales quotas. I've read it. I've been told this. They have to have so many products per customer. Usually it's about 6, sometimes 8. And they don't get raises and they don't get promotions if they don't sell you product. New accounts, credit cards, life insurance, car insurance, annuities, who knows what. Wells Fargo has announced they're not going to be doing this by the end of the year. Well, they need to start doing it now. And I've been told by employees at the bank that they are pushed relentlessly to sell product to every customer. They've had done it to me, and I don't have a hell of a lot of money. They asked me if I wanted car insurance, but I don't own a car. My girlfriend had the car. They wanted me to do renter's insurance. And would you like to open a credit card? I get that almost every month. And the deal is here, if they get enough accounts opened, or enough products or services, they get a $300 bonus. Now, a financial officer of Wells Fargo admitted that the bulk of these accounts opened and practices were done in the southwestern United States. Well, California's in the southwestern United States. So the other thing I would do if I were running the bank and not John Stumpf is I'd fire John Stumpf. He said on Mad Money with Jim Cramer that he was responsible, and you can see his picture if you look on the full screen of this video. Why is he still running the bank when he allows the bank to rip off its own customers? That's what I'd like to know. Okay, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great day. Be safe out there and watch your bank accounts, because the evil criminal banksters will rob you and get away with it. Bye-bye.